Every single sunny day, you will make a better way. Yeah, 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 yeah.
We are in the Green Studio for the Rhythms of Youth show. This is Vincent as your host and tech this evening. Really exciting show. And before we get started, I did want to just mention a couple upcoming events that we are having. Blue Star Connection is an amazing organization. Their website, bluestarconnection.org, giving instruments into the hands of youth with life-threatening illnesses. And the Blind Pig on November 14th is having a very special event starting at 7 p.m. Their address is 214 Linden Street. Starting this Sunday, really cool thing through the efforts of Lindsay England and her elementary school class at Johnson Elementary. They are making these artistic guitars that actually play very coolly like dobros, and they're making over 30 of these. They're going to be on display at the Blind Pig starting this Sunday evening, and you can actually bid on these prior to the event on November 14th, and all proceeds from the sales of these guitars go to purchasing instruments for these wonderful kids that can really, really use these instruments in a very critical time of their lives. I also wanted to mention that this upcoming Friday, we're having live music at the Downtown Artery, which is at 252 Linden Street. We are starting something very exciting called the Acoustic Showcase Series, introducing new artists to the Fort Collins community. The hours will be 7:30 to 10 p.m., presented by Scene Magazine and KRFC. This Friday, we're going to have Shannon Fitzsimmons, Mary Sue Thompson, and Yark McCartchuk. Looking forward to the 22nd, we're going to have Elevation with Annalise Zering, and we have one of the members of Elevation with us right now. How you doing, Rachel?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing really well. We're going to be hearing, in about 15 minutes, we're going to hear an incredible pre-record that happened yesterday, and you happen to know the teacher involved with this.
Yeah, I do. She was my elementary music teacher, so that's pretty cool.
Tara Sparks, recently getting to know her, just an incredible group of students that she brought in, and they basically are doing a T-Town sort of thing, like an E-Town, and we're going to hear that pre-recording after we hear some incredible music from you, and we've got a few songs lined up. Now, this first one is an original of yours. This is called Been There. This is the Rhythms of Youth show. We're here with the wonderfully talented Rachel Morley.
Little girl in the corner, nothing's going right, you say. Words in your head run on replay. You're hated and broken. Your head hangs low, avoid the glares. Your life's a mess, run into scares. But I get it, I've been there. No one seems to hear you cry or have the time to ask you why. I get it, I've been there, drowning in your sorrows, and I want to just let go, but hold on, hold on. Little boy, getting pushed around. You're all alone, you have no friends. Wondering when your story ends. You believe them, they're insults, pretending you put a smile on, and really your hopes all gone. But I get it, I've been there. No one seems to hear you cry or have the time to ask you why. I get it, I've been there. I was drowning in my sorrows, and I wanted to just let go, but hold on.
wow, I don't even know what to say after hearing you perform. You're just amazing. Really, really nice, Rachel. I'll bet Tara and her students are having a fun time listening to you as well. And we're going to hear Tara Sparks and her kids coming up in a little bit here. We have a couple more songs from Rachel Morley. You know, you first sang this song, I think, when I was first getting to know you, probably 2 years ago, maybe?
Yeah, I think it was freshman year, I believe. So that would have been 2 years ago.
And I didn't even know that Charlie Chaplin wrote any music, and I was like, it's that same Charlie Chaplin guy.
Yeah. So this has been one of my favorite songs for a long time. This is Smile. Smile, though your heart is aching. Smile, even though it's breaking. Although there's clouds in the sky, your goodbye. If you smile through your pain and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you'll see the sun come shining through for you. Light up your face with gladness, hide every trace of sadness. Although a tear may be ever so near, that's the time you must keep on trying. Smile, what's the use of crying? You'll find that life still worthwhile if you just smile. Though your heart is aching, smile even though it's breaking. Oh, there's clouds in the sky. Oh, goodbye. If you smile through your pain and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you'll see the sun come shining through for you. Light up your face with gladness, hide every trace of sadness. Although a tear may be ever so near, that's the time you must keep on trying. Smile, what's the use of crying? You'll find life is still worthwhile if you just, you'll see the sun come shining through for you. You'll find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile.
Nice job, Rachel. Rachel Morley here on the Rhythms of Youth show, CARE FC 88.9 FM. You know, folks may be listening to you thinking, she's got to be one of the best singers in the state. And tell us something very exciting. I want to congratulate you.
I recently tried out for All-State Jazz Choir, and then I got a call back. And so the callbacks were on Saturday, and then on Saturday night, or I guess Sunday morning, I was contacted that I had made it, which was really exciting because it was like a lot of people tried out, and only 16 got into the choir that I got into, and then 16 were in the other choir too.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm super excited about that. Yeah, really cool. We have time for another. Now, 2 out of the 3 songs you're playing are actually originals, and this one based upon a Haiti mission trip you took down there.
This summer I went down to Haiti, and we worked with an orphanage, and there's usually when teams go down there, each team member gets kind of paired up on accident. Like you just have a buddy kind of that chooses you when you get down there, and mine was named Guirlanda. This is just a song about her. So it's called Stars Are the Same. The first time you crawled into my arms, all my prayers were answered. your smiling face night and night again. So much pain, so much hurt, yeah, you smile on. How can you be so strong? No catches, not one exception. You just filled my heart right back up. And now you're looking up at the only thing the same. World away, so in space, but nothing can separate. So we just look up at the night. Stars are the same. Now we are looking up at the only thing the same. World away, so in space, but nothing can separate. So we just look up at the night. Stars are the same. Stars are the same. Stars are just the same.
Really nice job, Rachel.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in and being part of the show. I want to actually give a shout out to the other members of Elevation, which is the wonderful a cappella trio, Catherine Walter and Haley Patrick. You guys are doing some really fun stuff. And you have a Facebook page people can check out as well, Elevation. A lot of people have so far, and a lot more cool stuff upcoming for you. So thanks so much.
Yeah, totally. Thank you for having me.
Really great. And we are going to hear a pre-record that happened yesterday with Tara Sparks, very dynamic teacher up at Tavelli Elementary School. And she put together a T-Town, kind of a combination of E-Town, and as she explains, describes 30 Rock and Prairie Home Companion. And just a brilliant time yesterday in the studio. We're going to play that for you right now.
Wait, what do I do? Oh, I talk. Sounds really weird on here.
This is really incredible, Tara Sparks. We are here with your students from Tavelli Elementary School, cast members from T-Town. This is really remarkable. And you're going to be, we're going to have each of you introduce yourselves, and we're going to be hearing a couple scenes today, which is really, really something. Really thrilled to have you all here.
I am a host, King Arthur, for T-Towns, and I've brought the rest of the performance here. Some could not make it, sadly, but two of the guests are going to be speaking with you right now.
Hi, I'm Greta, and I am a guest in the play T-Towns, and my name in the play is Mythia.
Hi, I'm Lacey. I'm also a guest in T-Towns, and my name is Morgan LaFay.
I'm Sadie. I'm the moderator in T-Town, and my name is Nimue. Good day. My name is Jackson. I am the sound guy, so I do all the sounds and stuff. My name is Merlin in the play, and yeah.
Hi, I'm Ethan, and I am part of the T-Tones in our play, and my name is Bugsy for the play.
Hello, I'm Addie, and I play the executive assistant, and I take care of all of the guests. And my name is Laudine in the play.
Hello, my name is Bailey, and I play Guinevere in the play, which is another host, and yeah.
Wow, that's fantastic. That's great. Thanks for all introducing yourselves.
Hi, I'm Tara Sparks, the music director for T-Town, a live variety radio show featuring great live music and conversation about the world around us. This play is Prairie Home Companion, E-Town in Boulder, and a little bit of 30 Rock, all combined into one, along with the creativity of the students you're going to get to hear today. We're going to perform 2 scenes for you. Each is interviewing a guest, and we will start with Scene 3.
That was In the Meadow by songwriter Morgan Le Fay. After the interview with Morgan Le Fay, the villagers will be performing Ode to Eco.
Morgan Le Fay, amazing performance. Thank you for sharing that with us today.
You're welcome, Guinevere. My pleasure.
Now you composed that song, correct?
Yes, I composed it and many others. For Christmas, my friend and I have composed a duet entitled Christmas Every Day.
Fantabulous. How did you come up with the song In the Meadow?
How I write songs is I play songs and see how it sounds together. I play it, and if it sounds good, I write it down.
What inspires you to write your songs?
I just love music and want to add to the data bank of songs in public arena. I want to express my feelings to the world through music.
I understand that some of our villagers composed lyrics to a song by the composer Beethoven.
Yes, we composed in groups and selected the best poetry to go with the music for Ode to Eco.
What inspired the writing of the lyrics to the song we are about to hear?
The postponement of our Eco Week trip is what inspired the lyrics. We weren't able to go to Eco Week due to the flooding. Everyone was disappointed because they were ready to go, but we couldn't because the roads were washed away.
Morgan Le Fay, thank you for being here with us today on T-Town. I know I am speaking for everybody when I say we enjoyed your song and talking with you.
Thank you, Guinevere.
That was songwriter Morgan Le Fay. She will be performing You Are My Sunshine later in the show. Now our first song by the Villagers after a word from one of our sponsors. And now the Villagers performing a melody composed by the classical period composer Ludwig van Beethoven in the year 1800. The Villagers are playing boom-whacker instruments, meaning each musician has one of the notes C, D, E, F, G, A, B, or Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do. Enjoy Ode to Eco!
All right, and now, Scene 4.
Welcome back to Tiger Theater for the tapping of T-Town, a radio variety show featuring great live music and conversation about the world around us. The live studio audience gets to see a very special video about the life of the Tavelli village. For those of you at home, you can check out the video at www.tavelli.org. Sitting next to me is... there you are. Sitting next to me is Mithian. She is here to discuss the creation of the video, A Day in the Life of Tavelli. Thank you for being here today, Mithian.
Good to be here, King Arthur. Thanks for sharing our video with the community.
Well, that's why this show was created, to share information about the world around us. So, tell us about the creation of the video we are getting ready to watch.
It's a kind of twisted. It is a fox story about being at Pingree Park where the third graders are animals.
I'm looking forward to seeing this funny video, Mithian. If you worked on this project, will you please stand?
We are excited to share this premiere of the video with T-Town.
As you should be. And now you, the live audience, gets to enjoy A Day in the Life of Tavelli.
I'm Ethan, and I will be playing Canon in D by Paco Bell.
are with these wonderful students in the Pooter School District and Tavelli Elementary School in the Green Studio for the first time. How do you all like being in the studio? Pretty fun?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think we like it.
Yes.
It's awesome.
What has it been like as far as what have you seen that interests you in the station here so far?
Well, I saw how, like, at the beginning of when people were playing songs, they were kind of shy at first, and then they started getting louder and louder, and they weren't as shy, and they were just focused on the music.
That's a good sign. That's what we want, right?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I noticed that, one thing that I found cool was the mixing board. I thought that was really cool.
What were some of the things in the mixer board that you saw?
There was a lot of knobs that could change the pitch and the sound. And then on the bottom, there are buttons that could mute it. And then there was these lights that tells you, like, how loud it was.
That's well put. You were really being observant there, Jackson. It was cool to have you kind of seeing what's going on in there.
Thank you.
Pretty fun. You can, like, make a radio show and stuff with the equipment we have here, huh? Ethan, comment?
I like how all of the knobs and buttons and stuff, and it makes you look like a professional because I don't know what any of that stuff does.
I had fun playing my songs and having everybody able to hear those, not just the people in the room, having it able to be everywhere and not just here.
Yeah, and it's nice because you can go out onto the street and no one will really notice that you're the person that played it on the radio because they don't see you, they don't know what you look like.
Does that feel strange to anybody that people can hear your voice but they won't be able to actually see what you look like?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is sort of strange in that way.
Because, like, we know what we look like, but no one that's hearing this does.
Yeah. The whole world doesn't know what we look like except for those who know us.
Hi, I am Perry. I will be playing Pirates and the Princess. I am host for Tea Towns, which will be going on next week. So, yeah. Yeah.
Having you all in here today, it's really been an awesome experience, I think, for me, too, to bring in new youth to the KRC community here and to definitely look at having you return. And the second experience is different than the first, and you just kind of get more and more comfortable, I think, with being in this radio station room, because that's really what this station is all about, is building community through connecting through music and also through theater and through this incredible show that is being developed by Tara Sparks. I think it's really groundbreaking what you're doing over at Tavelli. Anything we can do to support that?
When did you start here?
Yeah.
I started working here as a volunteer in September of 2009 and didn't have any prior radio experience, but then was interested in it, and then they give you programmer training. And so I did a demo. Like, a demo is like a short 20-minute promotion to actually have a show, but they didn't have any room on the schedule, so I wasn't actually even thinking I would get a show. But they needed somebody to take over a show, so the timing of it was really good, and it happened to be called The Kid Show, where kids typically under 10 would come in with CDs, and they'd play music and talk about soccer, and it was a really great way to have youth on the radio. So that's what I took over, and eventually started meeting live musicians and having them on the show, and saw that that's really the direction that I wanted to go with the show, and the management was totally open to that. So now there's so many incredible musicians in town that it's just a matter of getting it booked in advance, because it's just been really growing really quickly, and there's so much talent in this town, well represented in this room today as an example. So it's really been fun to keep it growing and seeing what happens.
Do you know how many musicians have actually played on your radio show?
That's a really good question. Well, I think that there have been around 200 original shows, and I would guess that maybe each show, if I had to average, maybe 4 musicians a show, if you really had, because we've had some where there have been one person as a solo for the whole hour and maybe 2 sets of other people. So what's 4 times 200?
800.
So that would be my guess.
Wow.
Yeah, we were in here and we're looking around the room and we're seeing how many posters they've just donated to the room, and it looked like you've had a lot of people come.
Yep.
So the posters in here for Live at Lunch, which is the show Monday through Friday from 12 to 1. And typically what bands do if they're coming into town, they will use those posters for promotion around town. And so they always save an extra one that they can sign to give us here in the station. Yeah, if you came up with a poster and you all signed it, I have my own little special wall in the tech room where I ask the musicians to bring in pictures. They can sign them.
Hello, I'm Addie, and I will be playing Carol of the Bells.
Do you play music?
I actually sang on this show live about 6 months ago. It was one of the most terrifying things I've ever done in my life. Have any of you heard of the group Pearl Jam? They have a song called Black, and I took a voice lesson for it. But it was the one time that I sang on the show. And a couple of the guys that are youth musicians played acoustic guitar. To be somebody who's talking on a regular basis to musicians, I think to see what that's like, I think makes you a better host. So that's kind of why I did it, and I had a lot of respect to begin with musicians, but after that, it takes a lot to do. So I credit all of you, like to do what you're doing. It takes a lot of effort, and I think that people don't, unless they've tried it, they don't really know what that is like. You know, they go and hear music, and they enjoy music, and sometimes the musicians make it look so easy that people don't realize the amount of effort that goes into it. It's real dedication.
Do you listen to KRFC on your free time?
I do listen to KRFC. I also listen to community radios. There's 2 community radio stations in town, which I'm really thrilled about. One is here, obviously. The other is 90.5 KCSU. Colorado State has a university radio show. I listen to that a lot, actually. It's got that like cool college vibe going to it, you know? And they actually let us come over once a week to have live music. So I go over there every Wednesday, typically from 5:15 to 5:45, and they'll let me bring over some musicians to play.
So you work together sort of at different times?
Well, I think that we do, because when I go over there with the musicians, I kind of step back and I let the musicians be interviewed by Eric Bell and his friend Jordan. They're the hosts over there, so I go over there and I say a quick hello and I mention the Youth Leadership Music Project, and then they have time for about 5 songs with conversation, and then I come back and say the Youth Leadership Music Project again, and then the half hour is up pretty quick, so we're really excited about that.
I would think that the 2 radio stations that are kind of close to each other would be like trying to not exactly work together, but so that's cool that you work together with the other radio station.
I appreciate that, and you know, it brings up It brings up something that I feel really strongly about, as opposed to like a competitive mindset. I mean, if you're playing a game of soccer, obviously you want to win. There's friendly competition. But when it comes to collaborating with other organizations in town, it makes all of you stronger. And I think that that's something that is really evident in some of the collaborating that I've been lucky enough to do. Is when there's a group in town called Shell. Have any of you heard of Shell? You know what Shell stands? Who knows what Shell stands for?
Well, they're all sisters, I'm pretty sure, and it's all of their first names together. And we went to go see them live in concert in Denver when what was it called? It was the Memorial Day Festival or something, and we got to see them.
Really good. Sarah, Hannah, Eva, and Liza. So the piano player, Hannah, who's really, they're all super talented. So she was interviewed by, I don't know, it was a magazine, I think, and there was a video interview, and she talked about, what was it called, lucid collaboration. I think it was so cool. And she talked about within the framework of a band, she consciously makes an effort to create a space for her sisters in the band to shine. She purposely, through the music, wants to make that space to be the best that she can be. And when she does that, it makes all of them stronger. It makes them all better as musicians. So I thought that was a really good way that she had of describing what true collaboration is, because you make everybody stronger when you collaborate. You found working this show, I mean, there's a lot going on for the show, and you want to talk about how you all have found that you collaborate doing the show together, like how you help each other out and how you do that.
That sort of makes sense, because I was really worried about this, and and then when I got here, I'm like, oh, well, this is not so bad, actually. I'm just going to play it. And if I mess up, then we can do it again, or it's just going to mess up. It's better when I'm here and I'm not at home thinking, ah!
Sadie, I want to comment on that, because it all comes down to me about taking risks. And the people that take the most risks are the people that have the most accomplished lives, the people that have the most interesting lives. And when you take risks, there's a certain percentage of the time that you're going to mess up and you're going to make mistakes. I just find it really interesting, because the people that are making the mistakes are the ones that are really doing the most. Because if you play it safe and you don't really go out on a limb and try something new, you're probably not going to make a whole lot of mistakes. But it's kind of a big mistake at the same time, because you're not taking those chances. What do you think about that?
And it would be a mistake to not go make a mistake eventually.
Exactly.
Hi, I'm Lacey, and I'm going to be playing You're My Sunshine. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. So please don't take my sunshine away.
So I think that coming into a radio station, and kind of my goal in having youth here for the first time, is to just kind of see that expressing yourself to a group of people, an audience, whether it's over the airwaves or in front of a stage or something like that. I think the more that you do that and the more that you experience it, you're going to feel more comfortable as time goes on, and it's just going to kind of become a part of who you are. I've seen some musicians that have been coming regularly to this show and doing other things around town for 4 years, and talking to them and talking to the parents about what they've gained from that, just having that space to create what you want to create, it builds leadership in youth. It totally does.
I'm Addie, and when I play in piano recitals to handle my nerves, I think that I'm just playing at my piano at home, and my family is sitting around me and listening and clapping for me at the end.
I'm Bailey, but I did a play, I don't know, maybe it was last year, and I had to sing a solo, and I was really scared at first. But then once I started, I just totally forgot about how nervous I was and just did it.
That's awesome, Belly.
So I'm Lacey, and I'm kind of with Bailey. Like, you just do it, and then you feel fine. Like, as soon as you start, you're like, ah, la, la, and then it's all good, basically.
I'm Perry, and I handle nerves by just letting nerves try to take over me, and then I think that when I do the thing, that it's going to get rid of the nerves when I do it, so I can't wait to do the thing that I'm about to do because I think it's going to get rid of my nerves. So I persuade myself with my own nerves to get rid of my nerves, in a way.
Totally see what you're talking about there, Harry. That's classic.
I'm Sadie, and I think that I sort of handle it, and I try and make myself all ready for it. But then when I get there, it just sort of happens, and it turns out that there is nothing to worry about, really. Because if you make a mistake, then you make a mistake, and you're going to learn from your mistake in the future. So it just happens, usually the way I want it to. Not always, but sometimes.
Hi, I'm Jackson, and the way I get over my nerves is I kind of just don't think about it and just go out and do it.
I just want to, I love to do this, but to compliment the parents, because without the parents and the families being supportive of you, none of this would be possible. So kudos to all the parents.
Thank you, Mom and Dad. I'm Sadie, and I'm playing Spring from the Four Seasons by Antonio Vivaldi, and I've been playing violin for about 5 years.
I'm Ethan, and about the nerves, I handle it by thinking it's a big joke.
I have a joke.
Let's hear it.
Ask me if I'm a tree.
Are you a tree?
No.
That joke's gonna grow on me. So.
I have a joke, too.
Let's hear that jokes. See.
Why do skeletons have nothing but bones?
I don't know. Why do skeletons have nothing but bones?
Because they're dead. It's only funny because it's not funny at all.
I'm Addie, and I'll be playing the Night Horseman. I've been playing the
piano for about 3 years.
So we've heard some great music today here in the green room here at KRFC 88.9 FM, and it would be fun to discuss where you see music taking you, where you want to go with music, looking ahead in the future.
I do plays, and when you're in a play, you always have to sing, and so if you're not good at singing, you're not going to be able to go into plays. And then if you like plays, you're not going to really get into that business, and you're going to have to do something else.
Lacey?
So I'm Lacey, and I'm basically a songwriter. I sing songs, and I write songs. I have a whole song book full of songs, and I think of it as a big part of my life. And fashion, too.
I'm Sadie, and I think that it's just going to be something that I can do for fun. Not necessarily what I do for my living and stuff, but just something that I can do for fun and learn how to play an instrument better and better and better and eventually be able to perform for people maybe, but never really as my living and what I really want to do.
I'm with Sadie. I would just use it for fun, like I'd know how to use my voice and sing when I was just having a karaoke party with my friends, or just playing the piano because I like playing the piano.
Hi, I'm Ethan, and I see myself in the future as being a modern-day Beethoven, pretty much.
Think big, that's what I say, you know? Why not?
Hi, I'm Ethan, and I'm going to be playing Saturday Night Boogie. I've been playing piano for about 4 years.
You know, all these comments, it's interesting how much music affects us and how much it's a part of the lives of everybody here. And just seeing what it brings to people, that you can affect people by your music. And then there's so much that goes into learning music, and there's so much focus that goes into it.
Another thing that I see music as in a part of my future is I hear a song on the radio, and maybe it's my mom's favorite song, and I want to learn how to play that for a birthday present.
Great incentive there, huh? What a great idea. Wow, there's some really good thoughts here and really good ideas going around here.
Hi, I'm Lacey, and I'm 10, and I've been doing piano since I was 4, so 6 years, and then guitar. My great aunt and uncle got a guitar for me as a surprise, and we went to the store and we bought it, and I was so excited. And so, yeah, and I've been singing for basically my whole life.
I'm Sadie. I'm 10, and I think I was just interested in learning how to play music. I mean, I don't exactly remember because I was like 5, but I think I was just interested in it.
Hi, I'm Jackson. I'm 10, and I have kind of liked music really just when I was just really little, and I've liked it since.
Hi, I'm Ethan, and I'm 10, and I think I got started in music because I was inspired by classical music, and yeah, okay.
I'm Addie, I'm 10, and when I was 4 and I started preschool, I did a program called Kindermusik where you learned how to play the glockenspiel and the recorder. And then after that, I thought that I liked how pretty the piano sounded. And so I asked my mom if I could have lessons, and she said yes. And my friend's mom happened to have piano lessons. She did piano lessons, and so I started with her.
Hi, I'm Bailey, and I'm 10, and I've just always loved music, and I love to act and be in plays and musicals and sing and listen to music and stuff.
Hi, I'm Perry, and I'm 10. I kind of started music because my mom said I had to. And then I kind of got into classical music, and I decided I liked the piano, and I started playing the piano, and I've been playing it ever since.
Really exciting to hear all that.
So I'm Lacey, and my favorite music is country, basically. But Taylor Swift is my favorite female artist, and yeah, and I've been to many concerts, 2 Taylor Swift concerts. We went to go see a Shell concert and an Elvis concert, a Greeley Live Elvis, because I kind of grew up hearing his music. So
oh, that's great.
I kind of like his music. And, yeah.
You know, it's interesting, Lacey, because I know a lot of youth these days listen to this fantastic classic music because that's what the parents listen to, and they want to share that music with their kids. So, you know, Led Zeppelin is alive and well in Fort Collins, and all of the, and you get into classical and a lot of the great rock and roll bands and the Beatles and all of those wonderful. It's all music, you know, and it's all sharing a story. So it's nice to hear that music is really being listened to.
Yeah, and also I turn on my radio every night because I kind of fall asleep to listening to it, and I kind of go to my happy place when I hear it. So, hi, I'm Lacey, and I'm playing Pumpkin Boogie, and I've done piano for 6 years, guitar for 1 year, and yeah.
Like lots of music, and I think classical is probably my favorite, but I listen to a lot of stuff because we listen to the radio, we listen to a bunch of CDs, we listen to all kinds of music, and I think I like some of the older things better than newer things, maybe, but I like all kinds of music.
When you say older, are you referring to the older classical pieces?
Classical, well, I'm referring to classical and 1900s and stuff like that. More like, because we have a ton of CDs from, I don't know when, but we've got a bunch of, but I like classical probably best.
Hi, I am Harry. I am going to play Witch's Dance, and I have been playing piano for 5 years, I think. Yeah? Let me play.
my name is Jackson, and I like really all types of music, but probably my favorite is probably a mix between rock and pop.
Do you have favorite like rock bands?
I'm kind of getting into Led Zeppelin because I do a guitar class at school, and we play that sometimes, and so I'm kind of getting into that. But then I also like the Eagles and Queen.
And Queen kind of has a quality in some ways similar to ELO, I think, which is my favorite band right now, Electric Light Orchestra with Jeffrey Lynne, where it's like this symphonic rock. And I think it's really interesting in this room. We have these wonderful pieces being played that are classical, where you can bring in some of these classical sounds and arrangements into the realm of rock and roll. It's a very powerful thing, in my opinion.
I'm Ethan, and right now I'm really into classical.
It's a great foundation, classical music.
I'm Addie, and I like all kinds of music, like Sadie. But my favorite would have to be pop, because it kind of has that zingy sound that I like.
Hi, I'm Harry. I like classical, Beethoven, Mozart, Bach, that kind of music era-ish.
What is that music, like what does it say to you, that music?
You can see what they were saying, kind of, and what they were feeling when they were writing that music.
Hi, this is Jackson again. I forgot to say, I also went to an Eagles concert in Las Vegas in the MGM Grand last summer.
That must have been one of the very last times they performed.
Yeah, it might be, but it was really, really fun.
Wow, it's great you got to see them. They were definitely in it for the long run. That was a joke. Look at that, right there.
I'm Lacey, and I also love all sorts of music, but mainly country.
I'm Sadie on the violin, and I'm playing Hunter's Chorus by Handel.
Wow. Well, I want to thank all of the uber talented people that were a part of this show. Tara Sparks from her elementary school, Tavelli Elementary, and all of the kids that were in here yesterday for this pre-recording. Really a quite profound experience for me just to see the level of talent at that school. I also want to thank Rachel Morley for being on the show. She'll be back next week with her group Elevation, and I believe Annalise Zering will be playing with them as well, along with Lindsay England from Johnson Elementary, talking about the upcoming fundraiser November 14th, and that is going to be happening at the Blind Pig, 214 Linden Street. I want to thank Mr. John Catt from Blue Star Connection for the connection that he has made with this community here in Fort Collins. I want to thank you all very much for listening to this edition of Rhythms of Youth.